Now in the migrated code, people didn't have this option in Magic. So a lot of times people would use the bind value to set the default value. So you will see something like order details, order ID dot bind value to, and again, a lambda order ID. Okay, the reason we're using a lambda even for a simple scenario as this one is because bind value by definition accepts either a column or a lambda. It doesn't allow to accept values, and that's actually for a good reason. We want to prevent bugs like that. We want to prevent mistakes. So here now, in the migrated code, you will see default value being passed as bind value. Let's see that it works. Of course it works, perfect. And so migrated code will use bind value instead of default value. So let's write it here. Migrated code will use bind value instead of default value. Now, since this combination is so common, the usage of bind value and then an is equal to, we decided to create a shortcut. Instead of writing 2 lines of code, we write just 1. Instead of writing bind equal to, we say here bind equal to. And bind equal to is simply joining these 2 lines together. It equals the bind value and the is equal to in a single line. That's it. It's just a shortcut. It works exactly the same. And it's just a shortcut. And if you go over to the code of bind equal to, go to definition, you will see that it's just doing a bind value and an is equal to. Exactly the same. So instead of writing 2 lines of code, we just write 1 for something that is very common and exists in many places in migrated code.